After months of being out of stock, the ASUS ROG Bezel-Free kit recently became widely available again for purchase. I jumped at the chance to finally give this a try on my triple monitor setup. I'll give you my thoughts on how it performs, explain how I used a 3D printed adapter kit to make these fit on my 32-inch curved monitors, and then help answer the question of whether the kit is worth buying still for your setup. I'm Mike, and welcome to the SimRacing Den. If you are not already familiar with the ASUS ROG Bezel-Free kit, the simplest way to explain it is an accessory that enables gamers, sim racers, and even sim pilots with multiple monitor setups to eliminate the gaps where the displays connect, creating the appearance of one large wraparound monitor for a more immersive gameplay experience. The Bezel-Free kit achieves this by using two lenses that refract light, bending it inward to hide the bezels underneath. The lenses themselves are made from PET, a type of transparent thermoplastic that is much more durable than glass. This material lets 90% of the light from the monitor shine through, making the picture under the lenses slightly dimmer than the rest of the display, but less distracting than opaque seams created when two bezels are next to each other. This is especially useful in the case of racing or flight sims to give the illusion of a seamless cockpit view, thus increasing the overall immersion of the game. Let's take a look at what's included in the kit. Inside the box are 4 clips for both the left and right monitor that attach to the top and bottom of the screen, 2 plastic lenses, and 1 angle measurement tool, which is basically just a piece of cardboard with 2 angles printed on it. Out of the box, the kit is compatible with slim monitors up to 27 inches with a 4-sided frameless or slim bezel design and is designed to work at a 130-degree angle, which they state was determined through internal testing to offer the best balance of comfort and immersion. But what about if you have larger or curved monitors like me? Although not officially supported, thanks to the wonder of 3D printing, there are solutions to install these on bigger monitors. I'm currently using 3 32-inch MSI curved monitors with a 1500R curvature, so in order to make these work, I purchased an adapter kit from an Etsy seller called Gadget. I will link to this kit below in the description if you're interested in purchasing them after this video. The seller states that the product turns the ASUS ROG Bezel-Free kit from the 27-inch monitor limitation into a 32-inch one. The unique design brings the adapter close to the monitor for the best experience. The Bezel-Free kit itself is long enough for a 32-inch monitor, but the default holder limits what it can be mounted to. So with this extension kit, you simply insert the end into the Bezel-Free kit and it should work perfectly on a 32-inch monitor. The adapter kit comes with a set of 4 extensions, 2 for each side, with the option of a spacer. They recommend testing your bezel kit holder on the top and bottom of the bezel of your specific monitor. If your bezel kit holder can hold the plastic film with tension already, then you can choose to opt out of ordering the spacers. However, if your bezel kit holder can't hold the plastic film on the top, which is common for monitors that are very slim on the top or monitors with a curved screen and big convex back panel, then you should select 4 curved spacers at checkout. Now, if you don't have a curved monitor but rather a flat monitor with a very slim back panel, they recommend ordering 4 flat spacers. And lastly, if you have a monitor that is thin at the top and bottom, they offer 2 additional options for a combination of 8 spacers. Either way, it looks like Gadget has got you covered regardless of what type of monitor you're using. In my case, I opted for the 4 curved spacers. I didn't actually check beforehand, but I figured I'd just order them anyways in case, so I had a few options to play around with that install. In this case, it was a good idea that I ordered these, as based on the shape of my monitors, they did require spacers on the top in order to make the lenses fit tightly against them. Overall, the installation was very easy and not too frustrating, but I would be patient and careful as the lenses can scratch easily, and you also don't want to damage your monitors in the process, so take your time if you attempt this install. So now for the most important part, how do they look and how do they perform? I decided to boot up the always faithful Assetto Corsa to test these out for the first time. I hopped in the Porsche 911 GT3 RS for a lap around the Nordschleifer. Wait, something's missing here. Okay, now that's better. Let's go. Pulling out of the pits and onto the track, I already feel more immersed as I start battling these corners. The bezels fade more into the background and I no longer notice them as much. and I'm left with the illusion of a wraparound windshield as if I was sitting in the actual cockpit of my favorite Porsche 911. This was also a similar experience in the ever-popular ACC, as well as iRacing, driving all sorts of different cars. It does change the overall feeling. I found myself not noticing the bezels and the lenses anymore. Aesthetically wise, if that's something that matters to you, it isn't much of an issue. They are more noticeable when the displays are actually off, but when racing they work as intended. From my viewing angle, well seated, they do blend in well, and certainly achieve the look of having one massive curved monitor. It's definitely taken the immersion up a notch to make you feel as if you're actually sitting behind the windshield of your favorite race or dream car. Now, from anyone else's perspective in your room, they might look funny, or even from this camera view right now while filming, but I can assure you from my perspective when you're seated, they look great. Not only does the kit work great for sim racing titles, but it was also great for flight or space sims. So back to the original question, is the ASUS ROG Bezel-Free kit worth it still? A few things to know first. I would have liked to seen other options from ASUS for different monitor shapes and sizes. With this product being out for a while, I'm not sure why they haven't decided to make one for different sizes. Unless you fit the intended setup they designed these for, then you're looking at the added expense of an adapter kit like the one from Gadget, or attempting your own DIY. But when it all comes together, the illusion does work quite well, and is perhaps worth the almost $200 spent in order to get this installed properly. I would say it's certainly not a must-have in most cases. If you're keeping your eyes in the right places while navigating a track, you'll barely notice your bezels as you are likely to be paying more attention to other things in the game while in motion. But in the case your monitors have quite thick bezels, this may be something you want to consider trying out. As with a lot of sim racing add-ons, it really comes down to what your priorities are. If you've already spent your hard-earned cash on a solid rig, wheel, pedals, button boxes, dash display or more, and now you're just looking for extra ways to tweak that overall immersion, then I would say go for it. But keep in mind, your install solution and the final result may vary. I hope you found this video useful in any way, and if you did, do me a favor and hit that like button, and consider subscribing to the channel for more sim racing content. Until the next one, stay safe and happy racing.